cue it up.
Alright. I need a song to do this, because...
Alright, so we are recording.
I have to essentially 1v1 a Rakshasa. This will be fun.
So,
This will be fine.
who wants to start the recaps? Heather?
Do you want to, Ryan, or should I?
I'm good.
Okay. So, Barrows and Star decided that we were going to go to find my village on our own. Got some horses. We found out that the name of the place is Tranquil Shadow, and that somewhere between 10 and 15 years ago, the tabaxi that had been trading with the townsfolk had just stopped showing up, and this guy had gone and just seen ruins. So we traveled. I told Barrows that I'm scared of what we may find or what we won't find, and he reassured me. And then we get there, and it's just messed up. Ruins, ash, everything. I start walking in, and then I start seeing everything that had happened. That the Crooked Eye had attacked and shot flaming arrows in and were killing kids, and my mom had tried to escape with me and Jackal, and a net had been thrown over her, and they had taken us, and then she escaped, and then the Rakshasa leader guy had appeared out of nowhere and snapped her neck. And she had powers like me, and my dad was somewhere in there, tried to save her, but then he just kind of vanished from my line of sight. And then I realized I was screaming, and Barrows came over to comfort me, and then he was seeing everything, and the Rakshasa saw him, and said something about, don't know how you found this place, Blackwing Whelp, but you're not going to leave here alive. And then he stepped out of the vision.
Okay. Rolling over to Kyle.
Oh.
Rowan. We'll get to you.
So after the wedding, you want me to start from there?
Go ahead and do the wedding.
That's a lot. I can do the day after the wedding, but to do the wedding and the other part, that's a lot going on there.
All right. Well, I'll forgive you that one.
That's a lot of stuff.
It's only fitting that the groom described the wedding anyway.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought we already agreed to do that. Yeah, you do that.
shall I? All right.
Yeah.
There was some BS. And okay, long and short of it.
Good start.
Our group went to the Enchanters Guild. After finding Gig, we were essentially led into a bit of a hazing farce where Lady Scarlet and Seven had a bit of a sham wedding. After much emotional confusion on all sides, Gar eating his way like Dig Dug through a cake, Gig releasing a flock of doves, and Rowan dancing as a dancing crab, we managed to make our way to a tavern where Gar revealed that he works for a woman known as Mistress.
The prettiest
Mistress.
woman in the world.
I'm sorry?
The prettiest woman in the world.
Yeah, she's alright. So, this mistress named Azurine agreed to buy some of the psionic stones off of us. She's agreed to teach Seven a little spot of magic, and after Browen smoked up with her, he awoke shirtless in our room. Lady Scarlet and I had a short discussion where I proposed that I need some time to think about whether or not I will continue onward in her service. And the following day, we went about some various downtime activities that I'm sure we'll go into a little bit more detail now.
Okay. Rowan.
Okay, so after Lady Scarlet's heart was broken, I mean the day after the wedding, I awoke Browen awoke, found Lady Scarlet snoring loudly in her bed, and woke her up because Bro had to go get some stuff, and he knew that Lady Scarlet had some stuff to pick up too. And once Lady Scarlet told me all about the previous night endeavors after the wedding festivities, he decided what better way to make his friend feel a little better than a spa day. So all kinds of hijinks happened from there. I believe I made a plant bed and had a flock of chipmunks come to the aid of Lady Scarlet's tense, muscles and gave her a massage. There was a hot mud bath drawn with goodberry grapes and cake and all kinds of fun stuff. Just trying to get her mind off of 7, bring it down to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just bring it down, a notch or two or a couple, just to bring it back, and just to kind of it felt like Lady Scarlet just couldn't make up her mind on where she was going next, what her path was leading towards. She was very confused, very indecisive in her decisions, and Browen thought maybe it'd be better just for her to just do a complete reset and let her try some gold dust, and that's where that ended. With she's on a journey right now. I don't know if we're gonna get to hear about it or not, but I'm sure she's having a great time.
You hope.
She's away on a trip.
So, that pretty much sums up everything that happened kind of in between and during the last session. There was Gig and 7 heading to the guild hall to talk to Rodney, which we can touch upon later. But for now, let's bring it back to Tranquil Shadow.
You got this.
Barrows,
Don't die.
Barrows and Star. You see the Rakshasa
fucking day.
step out of his image. You notice that he doesn't seem quite there. It's not like he's a material being. More like a shadow. Barrows, as you charge in, ready to swing, Star, you look, and you kind of feel frozen in place. Like you can't move. And
What do you want, Rakshasa?
in your mind, you hear a memory, your brother's voice, telling you about the brooch. Not to call your attention to yourself. As long as you don't do that to call attention to yourself, you'll remain hidden.
Okay.
Barrows and Star. Roll initiative.
Yes! It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Let me go ahead and clear the initiative tracker.
Yes.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and go.
22.
Okay.
17.
Alright. So we're going to go ahead and add you and you. And give me a second here. Just gonna bring a token in for the purpose of a marker. Where'd it go? I had it. It's fine. I'll just use this one. Add a turn.
I was 22, thank you.
Okay. So, Star, what are you doing?
I'm freaking out and scurrying the fuck away.
Okay. You go to try to move, and you it's like moving through sludge. It's like your worst nightmare. Everything that you ever feared has just walked out of that image.
Way ahead of you. Way ahead of you.
What are
That
you
is my
doing?
whole turn. I am just scurrying backwards and freaking out and debating booking it out of here.
Okay. Barrows.
Alright. Okay, I am...
You are 20 feet from this spectral image.
I'm raging and swinging.
Okay. Swing away.
So I get... Alright, so let's see here. First. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 to hit.
25 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Alright, so because I am Zealot Rage, I get the first creature hit
Takes your level in radiant damage.
takes 1d. I'm reading 1d6.
Oh, wait, sorry. It is 1d6. It's a different. It's this. Yeah, go ahead.
It's 1d6 radiant plus the great sword. So that is a total of 10. Rerolling a 2.
Great weapon master.
Weapon fighter, baby. That's another 6.
Okay.
Nice.
Total damage.
14, 17 total. No, wait. 19 because plus 2 from rage. 20 total because plus 1 radiant.
Okay.
Carry the fluid.
Nice.
So,
Divided by 3.
you charge in, sword drawn, and slash across this spectral image. And you see it parts the image a little bit. And he looks down at the gash and kind of hisses, looks up at you and grins. Is that the end of your turn?
That's all I got. Action movement bonus.
Okay. Does a 26 hit?
Nope.
Yeah, it does.
You know damn well it does.
Yeah, it does. It goes so well. Going to go so well.
You're a paladin. You hit hard. You'll be alright.
And I'm a barbarian, and I'm currently raging, so...
Yeah.
So,
Take.
this creature slashes out with its
Okay.
claws, and it rakes across your face.
Okay?
You take 26 points of psychic damage.
Yay!
Oh, no,
Star?
it's not halved.
Star. You scream as your mind is pierced. You take 13 points
Oh,
of psychic damage.
okay, okay.
Ah, fuck.
And you notice, as you take the damage, your mind, your vision goes red, and the image of the past seems to shiver and quake as your mind is rocked by the pain.
Okay.
Ah, fuck.
Star.
Fuck.
Okay. How far? First of all, since psychic damage doesn't show as anything, but he obviously winced in real pain. I can tell that he got hurt.
Barrows? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Took a lot of...
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
You notice that the image of Barrows seems to have taken the damage. His face is scarred and scratched.
Okay, so it showed up visible. Okay. So, oh god, I'm gonna freak out more. Run up behind him. And I'm going to... How many points? I'm gonna put 5 points of mend wounds into him. I'm standing right behind him, so hopefully I'm not seen by this thing while I do this. Just hiding behind his armor.
Go ahead and roll your healing.
Okay. Oh, that was
Well,
average.
actually, hang on. No, you moved backwards. You're not able to move up to him.
Even with my feline agility,
You can't move.
I can't
You're
move at
barely. This is your worst nightmare come true.
all. Okay, I'll move as close as I can. How close does that get me?
You managed to get about 5 feet further than where you started, so you are still about 30 feet away.
Okay.
It's gonna go great.
Okay. I don't think I got anything else that I can do this time then.
Make an intelligence save for me.
Save?
Save.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
girl. All those levels
Come on.
gotta pay off.
Nat 20! It's total 24.
What is Star thinking right now?
I'm thinking I have to help Barrows.
Okay, how? What are you imagining?
A shield for him.
Barrows, in front of you, a barrier forms.
Sick.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay.
It's your turn.
Does this look like I could swing through this bear? No, probably not.
You don't know. You can try.
Yeah.
The Rakshasa looks very surprised and begins looking around.
I'm gonna go for it. I want to swing at it. I want to swing
Okay.
at it again.
Make your roll.
It's a 10.
Not enough. You do swing through the barrier, but as the Rakshasa was looking, he locks eyes with you as you swing, and seems to almost, like smoke, drift to the side as your blade swings past.
Good to know. Okay.
It is now his turn. He's going to try to strike at you again. And as he does, it looks like it's going to hit, but his hand hits the barrier and stops. And he tries to start pushing through, and you can see now this like energy radiating from his claws as it cracks the barrier. Let's see if it holds. Okay. As his hand pushes, cracks spiderweb through the psychic barrier, and then all of a sudden it shatters as he continues to reach through. Doesn't make it to you. You manage to step out of the way, but the barrier is now gone.
Great. Bought me a little bit of time.
Star, it is your turn.
I'm gonna move as close as I can.
You can barely move. Moving seems pointless.
Okay. Still, I'm gonna try, and then I'm gonna try to put the barrier back up.
Okay, make an intelligence save for me.
Oh, not so great. It's 13.
13. Okay, you managed to put up a barrier, not sure how effective it is. It kind of shimmers into existence.
Okay.
Barrows, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna keep swinging at this fucking thing.
Okay.
That's a 21.
That hits.
Yeah.
Question about the Zealot, because I've never played one before. Do I still...
I believe it's every turn it resets.
that resets. So I'm rolling 3d6 total now. 2 for the blade, 1 for the.
The zealot, I believe so. Double check.
Because all it says, while you're raging, the first creature you hit on each of your turns with an weapon attack takes 1d6 plus 1 radiant damage.
Yeah, for the first hit. And then it's also 1d6 plus half your barbarian level.
Okay. Well, because it's plus 1, because I'm only a.
Yep. So, there you go.
Okay, cool. The blade first. That's a 2 reroll. 3, 6, 9. That's 9, 10, 11 points of slashing. And then 2 points of radiant.
Okay.
Making it 13 total?
Okay. It is now the Rakshasa's turn. Okay. Again, this time he balls his hand into a fist and hammers the barrier. And it hammers through and carries in and hits you in the chest. You take an additional 10 points of psychic damage. Star, you take 5.
Okay.
Alright, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
How you looking there, Barrows?
It's about half. We've just hit the halfway mark.
Dibs on their shit.
You don't even know where they are, Gar.
I'll find them.
Not
Maybe.
that I have anything of value.
Okay.
No, that's okay.
Star, your barrier is no more. It doesn't seem to be working as well as the first one.
Okay. I'm going to this time imagine that Barros' sword is enhanced.
Make an intelligence save.
Oh, nat 19! Yes! 23!
Yes! Okay. Yes!
Woohoo!
And I'm still
Barrows.
moving as far forward as I can.
Barrows, your sword seems lighter, but it grows to twice its normal size.
Okay.
Peak anime, boys. Let's go.
You're not sure why.
By the way, as he's saying this, I'm putting on the Berserk.
Oh, good. So it's
Berserk music. So it's
The-
fitting.
And again, the Rakshasa looks surprised. How are you doing this?
What language is he saying this in?
It seems to be common.
Okay.
At least you're common.
Okay. Because in Infernal, right before I swing, I say, "You're fucking doom," and I'm going to swing at this fucker once again.
Okay?
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 total.
That hits.
Alright. So, do I get anything from this?
Roll your damage.
Alright.
I got it all up here. You're good.
Alright, heard. Alright, that is 8, 9, 10. 10, 11, 12, 13 points of slashing plus 2 points of radiant.
Okay. And again, the sword cleaves straight through, and the image disperses and then recoalesces again. As
Does it
this
look like I'm-
giant
does it look like I'm
sword.
doing anything to this thing? It's like, is it?
You can't really tell. It seems to be getting slightly weaker, but
Okay.
you're not sure.
No, but like there was progress here, right?
It's a little. It's hard to tell. It's not every day that you fight inside someone's brain.
Granted, I understand, but I've fought specters before.
It is now the Rakshasa's turn. Barrows, you are unprotected.
I'm very much aware of that. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt bad.
That is a 24.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
That is 18 points of psychic damage.
Still double digits, guys.
Which means I take 9, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
This is not looking good, Star.
I'm just about half. Okay.
And as you continue to take psychic damage, the battlefield starts to deteriorate. Pieces start to break off and float away. You're not sure what's happening, but everything seems to be becoming less stable.
What?
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try something really crazy and probably not gonna work, but I'm gonna try it.
It was stupid.
I am going to imagine all of those warriors I saw rising up and surrounding him and beating the shit out of him.
Okay.
Ghost Army.
Make an intelligence save.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So, around you, these shadow-like forms start rising up from the ground. It's not the bodies of the fallen warriors that are rising. It's new shadow specters. And they begin to swarm the Rakshasa. Barrows, you have to step back as these forms blast past you and wrap around the Rakshasa. You can't see him anymore. It's like a school of piranhas have descended upon this creature.
Sweet.
Alright.
Barrows, it is your turn. What do
So
you want to do?
I can't swing at this Rakshasa anymore, is what you're telling me.
You can, you're just going to cleave through other shadows.
Alright, I'm gonna go for it. Swing at him.
Okay, you are going to be swinging at disadvantage,
Okay.
because you can no longer see your target through the mess.
Right. Still pretty good though. So 17 total.
That does not hit.
Okay.
Dang, this thing tough.
So it was a nat 19 and an 11.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. It is now the Rakshasa's turn, and you hear it howl from within this swarm, and you begin to see light crack from between the shades, and all of a sudden, in a giant explosion, they are all thrown away and shattered. Star, your warriors have failed you. What are you doing?
I am going to
One's still
imagine the Rakshasa shrinking.
well, that's a 7 trick.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
I am going to have you make an opposed roll. Go ahead and make an intelligence save.
Nat 20!
What is your total?
Plus 4, so 24.
I want her dice.
Hot damn.
This
Come
isn't
on.
even my critical role ones. Mwah! You guys
Star,
Come
get
on.
special treatment.
Star, I'm sorry. You feel your mind trying to affect this creature, and he resists.
Okay.
Hot damn.
Am
He
I
begins
close enough to Barrows yet?
He begins to look around and starts to look behind Barrows.
Okay. How close am I to Barrows?
You're about 15 feet away.
Okay. Okay.
Barros, you see the Rakshasa now looking for Star.
No. No. You focus on me. And I'm gonna swing at him again.
Okay.
Nice.
Draw the aggro, motherfucker. 21.
That hits.
Give it to him, Barry.
I'm gonna ignore that one this time.
Give him the business.
That is 10, 13, 15 slashing, 4 radiant.
Okay. So that would be 9. Oh. Okay. So, as this creature tries to look over your shoulder, you kind of bring your sword up from the other side into his blind spot, and as he slashes through him, it jumps backwards and hisses at you.
You keep your eyes on me. You keep your eyes on me the whole time. You're not leaving this place.
Scion from me.
You gotta kill me first.
With pleasure. And he does something different this time. Instead of just swinging at you from his back, he almost materializes a shadowy blade and slashes at you. I'm assuming a 26 hits.
Yep.
I'm going
Not
to
today, Satan.
I'm going to
Yeah, the 26
dice.
from before hit. This one, doesn't.
Oh, where's all my d6s?
Oh, shit.
When the DM asked that question,
15, 20,
Oh, shit.
6, 27, 28, 29, 30 points.
Good night,
damage.
Satan.
Yep, that's it.
You down?
15 points to Star.
And he's down for the first time.
Oh, no.
He falls.
Star. It's weird. You feel Barrows fall. You're not sure how, but as he slumps to the ground, it's almost like you feel something drift away, like a connection is lost.
Okay.
Before you stands the Rakshasa, still looking for you. What are you doing?
Fuck. I am going to. What's gonna work? I'm going to imagine spikes rising up beneath him and impaling him, lifting him up like 30 feet.
Okay. Go ahead and make an intelligence save.
16. And I'm still moving as fast as I can to Barrows.
Okay. As the spikes begin to grow out of the ground, he kind of zeroes in on you for a moment and tries to squint, and the spikes shoot up through his body. Not sure how much damage that was dealt, but it howls in pain. Scion, bitch! I will find you!
Hot damn.
Angry kitty.
And you can feel now the brooch upon your on your shoulder begin to heat up.
Okay.
So, it is his turn. He is going to try to break the spikes. And he is still held.
Yeah.
It's your turn. What are you doing?
How close am I to Barrows?
You're still about 10 feet away. You're not making hardly any progress. It seems like whatever this place is will not allow you to move.
Okay.
It is everything you have ever feared. That feeling of hopelessness, not being able to save someone you care about. It's all right there. If you could just reach it. If you could just do something.
I'm going to picture lightning. Big bolt of it coming right down on top of him.
Okay. Make an intelligence save.
21.
So, this purple bolt of electricity shoots down from nowhere. Not a cloud in the sky. You can't even see the sky anymore. And connects with the Rakshasa and seems to travel through him, coursing through his limbs. You can see it arcing through its body. And it kind of gives this fine. You can feel the questing of his mind through yours. And it starts bringing up memories. Your meeting of Barrows. The goblins. The beaver den.
I'm going to try to stop whatever is pulling them up.
Okay. Barrows, before we do that, I need you to make a death save.
It's a 9.
Okay. That's 1. Star, you are running out of time.
I'm going to try to shut my mind off to the memories and pull down another huge bolt of lightning.
Okay.
And getting a little closer.
You seem to hit a point as you get close to Barrows, where it's almost as if the very landscape is pulling you back.
How close am I?
You're still about 10 feet away.
Okay, well, I'm still going to call down the lightning.
Okay, go ahead. Make an intelligence save.
21 again.
Okay. Again, lightning courses through the Rakshasa. You feel the brooch heating up more, almost burning.
And I'm going to shout at him, "Go back to hell!"
That's my girl.
As you shout that, his eyes snap open and they immediately lock onto yours. There you are.
And I'm just glaring at him. Hopefully he electrocutes.
He grins. Even through the electricity, you can see the arcing electricity through his teeth. And he snaps his fingers. And your brooch shatters. The only protection that you had from the crooked eye is now gone.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to roll to break free. Which he does. You see his body convulse and all of the spikes shatter into these spectral motes. Your champion is dead. You are mine. And he begins to walk forward.
Does he reach me?
He seems to be moving normal. He's moving very slowly, though.
So does he reach me?
Not yet. It's your turn.
Okay. How far away is he?
He's now stepping over Barros's body, so he's 10 feet away.
Okay.
Barros,
So I'm
I need you
going
to make another... Barros, I need you to make another death save.
Ah! 4.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to imagine every time that Barros has raged, how he's got the wings going and everything, and I'm going to imagine him on the other side of this Rakshasa, stabbing him in the back.
Okay.
Just impaling him.
Make an intelligence save.
21 again.
Go over there. Yes. Okay.
Give me a moment.
What? Because I'm dying.
So, this sword emerges from the middle of... And he doesn't seem affected. He just kind of looks back and begins to slip forward along the blade as he continues his approach. He walks right up to you, grabs you by the throat, and smiles.
Is that all I can do?
I am assuming a 19 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use a point of inspiration as a player to make him roll that again and miss?
I was going to say, did
Possible.
I have inspiration? Since I did the recap?
Well, you all did a recap.
I've got inspiration from my last recap.
So do I.
You know what?
So do I.
I will allow it. One reroll.
Still did.
Does a 15 hit?
No.
Yeah!
Yes!
Okay. So he grabs you by the throat and begins to tighten. But with all the damage that he's taken, he doesn't quite seal it off. It's weird. You know you're in your mind, but you can feel the breath being taken from you.
Okay.
Star, it is your turn.
So, now that the fucker's close enough, I'm gonna pull out my short sword, put 5 points into it to make it augmented weapon, so it's now a +3,
Okay.
and I'm gonna jam it up under his jaw.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Because that's where swords go.
That is, let's see, +3, that's 16, +4, so 20 total.
That hits.
Wish I could put extra points of lethal strike into this, but I can't. 9 points.
Okay, so you stab upwards with your short sword, and he kind of just moves to the side as it scrapes past his neck. It connects, and it slashes through, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. And he just grins at you.
Okay.
Barros.
Sorry, guys.
Anybody else got inspiration to give him?
Well, each one of you got anyone who did a recap got a point.
I used mine on the Rakshasa, I believe.
Then I'll use
I
mine for him.
didn't use mine from last week when I did the recap.
Are you spending it now?
If it's gonna save someone's life!
Barros. One more time.
You feel high as a kite for 5 seconds, and you feel alive, then you feel inspired.
Kyle, I love you, man.
What was it? What was it?
Fucking Nat 20.
Yeah! There you go. High as
Barrows.
a kite, Barrows.
I'm gonna spend my inspiration to make him root now. I'm kidding.
You won.
Gar the contrary strikes again. Barrows,
I'm
you
kidding.
you feel this jolt, and it's a little weird. What jolted you awake is the memory of Browin drugging Star the first time,
Of course, that's what makes him
and
up.
just that snap fury makes you sit up like a dad who just heard somebody in the kitchen.
Who touched the
Yes.
AC?
Yes.
Can I get up
What?
and stab him? Can I stab him?
That was your entire turn as the death save.
Yeah, it's your time
Sorry.
to do that, but still, you're awake. That's
He
cool.
was
It
alive,
is-
boy.
It is the Rakshasa's turn.
What am I, 1?
You are at 1.
Phenomenal. And no longer raging.
Star.
hmm
Does a 17 hit?
Just hits.
You feel the nails of the Rakshasa's reversed claw kind of squeezing your throat slowly.
Uh-oh.
You take 14 points of psychic damage.
Jesus.
What's that put you at?
Well, thankfully, some of this was negated because I get the 1 temporary hit point every round. But I'm at 12.
Okay.
Oh,
Star, it is your turn again. Your nightmare stands before you.
I'm gonna spit on him and stab him again. This time I can put extra points into it because the augmented weapon is concentration. Actually, I just need to roll for that. Hang on. That's 13.
Okay, you pass
That's
because you
enough.
only needed a 10
Yep.
because 7 points of damage would
Which
have
was
been
a
a
nat
half.
10. So,
Okay.
I am going to put 5 points of lethal strike into this thing. So it's a +3. If it hits, it's going to do 5d10 extra psychic damage, which
Okay.
hopefully is something.
What the fuck?
Hopefully
Wow.
it's not immune because it's psychic.
That's so broken.
Nat 19.
Okay, Star, hang on. As you try to focus your mind on your weapon, you feel the Rakshasa's mind enter yours and negate
Oh, geez.
your psionic powers.
Wow.
So it's not even augmented anymore?
No.
Fuck. Well, I can still stab him.
always a good option.
Still
I
in
knew Barrows would
normal.
have this effect on Star at some point. I can still stab it. It's fine.
7 piercing. Nothing special.
You actually hear Barrows' voice come out of Star. I can still stab it.
For a brief
So-
moment.
You stab your sword through his shoulder and it seems to have no effect as the blade passes through.
Then I'm just going to tell him again, go back to hell.
Okay. Barrows.
He's standing right above me.
Holding me.
He's about
Yeah.
5 feet from you.
Alright, yeah, no. It's a full rage Shawn Michaels kick up and
Okay.
slashing at him.
Alright.
So I gotta burn another rage.
Make your attack.
Oh, that's great. Just give him sweet chin music, Barrows.
Right?
Amazing.
That is a 20 total.
That hits.
Alright. Sword. That's a 2 reroll. That is 6. 9. 10, 11 because rage. Plus 4 points of radiant.
Okay. So, they did, Star. As your blade passes through this creature, he hisses in pain and I thought I was finished with you. And
He's already dead.
he turns to face you, holding Star in his hand as she's suspended by her neck.
I'm still full raged.
Okay. It's now the Rakshasa's turn. Star,
Mm-hmm.
you feel the claws tighten around your neck further. And that's a 20. Not a nat 20, but a 20.
Mm-hmm.
And the Rakshasa smiles at Barrows. That is a 16, 20. That is 24 points of psychic damage to you, Star.
I'm down.
And Barrows, everything shatters. Everything's gone. Everything's black. Barrows. You wake up.
No.
It is dark. You look beside you. Star's not moving.
Lay on hands.
You touch her. She's cold. You push as much energy into it as you can. You see something happen. She's not moving. If there's a breath, you can't tell.
Blessed Mother of Ravens, give me the strength to bring her back. My job is not done. My job's not over yet.
Okay. Why don't you do me a favor? Roll a d100.
Don't roll a 7 or an 8. That's fireball.
$72.
It's not enough. The queen does not answer.
Job's not done. No, it's not done. I've given you everything. I've given you my life. I've given you my son. I've given you my wife. Please. Not again. Not again. Not again.
Heather,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to burn your inspiration?
Yes.
Okay. Barrows.
$75.
It's weak.
All of it. All 15 points of lay on hands is going into this.
Okay. Star?
Mm-hmm.
You come to consciousness. And you see a figure standing over you. You don't recognize him.
I'm
You don't-
going to scurry backwards in fear.
Star.
You're not even sure if that's your name.
I just stare at him.
Are you okay?
No. Who are you?
I'm going to sit down on the ground, and I'm going to look at her and say, my name is Barros Blackwing. I am a knight, the Order of the Raven, and it is my job to protect you. And I will do so until my life's end.
Protect me from what?
Anything and everything, including myself if need be.
Are we in the ruins of the village?
You are.
Okay. Where are we?
What was it again? Tranquil what?
Tranquil Shadow.
Tranquil Shadow. You're home. Tranquil Shadow.
This
Where
is
you
my
wanted to
home?
go. You wanted to come here because you had not seen it before.
I'm very confused.
So, I'm going to pause you guys there.
Damn.
You guys spend
Alright.
the next
Good
night,
guys.
you spend the next couple of hours trying to reconnect, talking back and forth, trying to figure out what happened. Star, unfortunately, none of your memories are coming back. Not
Okay.
yet. You don't remember anything that has transpired since forever. You don't remember your aunt and uncle or anything that's happened since.
Okay.
Shoot.
Fuck.
Holy shit!
But I know I got weapons on me.
This is wild.
You have weapons. You have weapons on.
I'm just gonna hang on to the dagger the whole time.
Okay. And now we are going to roll over to Seven and Gig briefly.
Hey, Gig, we're having a perfectly pleasant afternoon. Isn't this just the best?
Yeah, your hand's on my chest, but yeah, besides that, it's fine.
Well, you know, you asked so nicely if I would put it there, so.
That is true.
So, Rodney is kind of supervising this whole procedure because he helped his uncle build Gig and knows how to change out the power cord and all of the, not power cord, power core.
There's a guitar in there. It's fine.
I knew it.
It's a G. We're very basic.
So-
Alright. Let's do this correctly.
I certainly hope so, because if you don't, he's dead.
Yep, that doesn't
Well,
sound
it's-
good. No pressure.
No
As
pressure.
dead as a non-organic being can be.
But no, he's quite alive.
Oh, of course. I mean, just not dead in the way that you or I would understand it.
I'm pretty sure if I stopped living, I'd be dead. If he stops living, he'll be dead. Don't fuck it up.
Biology, philosophy, let's concentrate on surgery.
Sure. Okay, so he continues to.
We're
So,
gonna get at it.
So he helps you walk through all the steps and that. And once the procedure is complete, Gig, you're watching this whole thing happen, and you think it should tickle, so you find yourself giggling a couple of times, but you don't actually feel it tickle. So, Rodney is like working in your chest, and every time you giggle, he's like a little weirded out.
Ha 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 ha.
Exactly. So, complete. And once Rodney, closes the final clasp, weapons test! Let's go!
Indeed.
Oh goodness.
All right, Gig, on your feet.
Okay.
So, he leads you outside and around to the back of the guild hall, where you see a bit of a training yard set up for the testing of new weapons.
Sweet.
And he points to one of the targets downfield. It looks like an archery target. Hit that one!
Okay. I'm gonna go prone. Take out my stand. And use my new gun.
Okay. You fire, and you see this kind of bluish-green ball rocket towards the target, connect, passes through, and continues on.
I think I missed.
I don't think you did.
That should have...
I was expecting an explosion.
What sort of energy does that do again?
And Rodney, pauses for a moment. Let's try something else. And he walks down to the end of the training field. For science!
I don't
Lord.
think this is safe.
It's not, but this is fun!
Oh, go on. Give it the old college try.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
Double
It's
nines.
definitely
So, you're prone, taking aim. You can't bring yourself to do it. It's your cousin. You can't shoot your cousin. And so you end up firing, and it goes right by his head. And he kind of gives this look of come on!
Turn around. Don't show me your face.
Fine! Alright, turns around.
Should I give him the back is better?
There we go. That's a 20.
Much better.
I
So-
can see his face. It could just be a statue. It's fine.
He doesn't even get fully turned around. You pull the trigger, clock him right in the back of the head, and he goes... Go ahead and roll your damage to see how much it does.
Nice shot,
no.
Gig.
7 piercing, 8 psychic.
Okay, so it hits him in the back of the head, knocks him flat, and he holds his head
I think I got
stands
it.
back up.
Oh, boy.
So, conclusion. Organic matter only.
Organic matter only, and I'll
I'm gonna-
send a healing word his way.
Just giving him a cure wounds at the same time.
Poof.
Whew. Whew. I got a migraine.
This should take the edge off.
Whew. Yeah, that's better. Wow.
Foolhardy but brave. At least we know what it does now.
Okay, so I can't hit stuff that's not organic.
I think it has to have a mind.
That would make sense.
I see what you're using that crystal for now. Very effective. I like it.
Me too. That was quieter too. I liked it.
Much.
Now I have to find a
So-
way to be able to switch these fast. We're on the go.
Well, it might take a couple days, but I think we have time.
Would you be able to work on that while 7 helps me with Cog?
Probably.
Okay.
I'll let you know when it's done.
Awesome.
So, you and Seven return back upstairs to where Rodney was working. He sets up a little bit of a workbench over on the side, and then his Mechano Spider, he ends up walking outside and parking it on the roof of the tower. Comes back down through a little stairway and returns to the room. So, have we decided on a form?
Yes, it's gonna look human-esque.
So, starting with the basics. Got it. And he begins to instruct, like, he pulls out a couple of plans and blueprints, kind of shows you a couple of his designs, and you make a couple modifications to the design, and you go back and forth for about an hour trying to find out the right form you want, and begin working on it. And this is going to take a little bit of time. So, we are going to roll, while you guys are working on that, we're going to roll over to Gar.
Yeah, excellent.
Gar. You return to the mistress in the morning. Shortly after 7, leaves her office. So, that mission I had for you.
Yes.
I get the impression that you guys are going to be leaving town soon.
Only if you want me to.
Oh yes, I have a job for you with them. First of all, your mechanical friend is very interesting to me.
The tree.
If that is what you call him, yes. There's magic built into him that I find quite useful. I would like you to find the plans for me.
I bow. Will that be all?
Oh no, not even. The wizard.
Oh no.
You said the lizard, right? You're talking about Gar, right?
Oh no. 4, 7.
Ah,
He
yes,
has-
the inquisitive one.
Yes, him. He has much to learn, but he will grow. Make sure he doesn't die. I will have use of him later.
I'm much better at making things die.
You'll figure it out. If you can do this for me, and get me those plans, I may grant you another boon.
First time this entire campaign, Gar smiles.
One more thing. If you do happen to head to Essia, there's a little errand I'd like you to run. You'll know it when you see it.
I'll know it when I see it. What do you want me to... I trust you. Will that be all?
Yes, you're dismissed.
I bow and I take my leave to go get some gun parts.
Okay.
And that's where...
So yeah, there are a couple of smiths in town that might be able to do it for you. You remember that Gig was going to help you with the assembly and all of that. So you may be able to find him over in the guild hall.
Okay. But I need to gather the parts first, right?
Yes. However, you can gather the raw materials. The parts have to be manufactured, and you're not really sure if any of the smiths in Natun can perform that task.
That's okay. I'm not, if I can get away with not paying, I'm planning on doing so.
Make three sleight of hand checks.
Okay.
That's not bad.
So
Not bad.
If they catch me,
first-
I'll play it off and I'll try to pay.
the first two, they're distracted with other customers. You manage to slip out. The last one, however, the smith there that you're getting the parts from sees you start walking towards the door, and you hear this.
I pick up an item over by the door and I walk over to the counter. Whatever item I grab.
Okay.
That'll be 500
And
gold pieces.
You put it on the counter, and he just like kind of looks down at you and goes, "And."
I slip a arm underneath my leather jerkin and I pull out another piece of material.
And he eyes you. Make a deception check.
I'm awful at these.
And he leans down over the counter, and he just kind of grumbles, "And."
I reach into my pants.
That's not even from my shop. Where did you get that?
Mine now.
All told, it's about 2 gold pieces for the stuff from his shop. So,
Okay, what was the random item I just paid for? That I grabbed by the door.
it was just a piece of steel rod.
Sweet. Okay.
It's about maybe 2 feet long.
Okay. Good for checking for traps.
2 feet away.
Yeah. I'm only 2 feet tall.
I wish it was 8 feet longer.
It's effectively a quarterstaff.
Fair enough. So you don't have a metal quarterstaff.
Sweet.
All right. So, rolling over to Bro.
Yeah.
You find yourself alone, shopping. Scarlet is asleep still. Been a couple days. You remember Gig needed your help with a project that he was working on back at the guild hall?
Yeah, what day is this? Day 3 out of the 4?
Well, yeah, probably day 3. So Scarlet's been asleep for about half a day now.
Since yesterday.
Yes.
Day 2. Got it.
And
Okay.
by this time, everybody else you've noticed Scarlet is sleeping still. Still.
What, I notice? Or...
If you came back, if you didn't stay out all night, then yes.
I will attempt to ask... Browen, the last one I saw her with. She's been asleep quite a long time. What were you doing?
Yeah. She's fine. Don't touch her. She's on a trip right now. She's on a journey. You have to just let it pass. It'll be fine. You have to trust me. I will cast Enhance Ability on myself and do Charisma. You just have to trust me.
Oh, that's how we're playing this. All right.
You see a little twinkle in my eye as I look up at
I'd
you.
like to
It's
see
gonna
if
be
I
fine.
can believe him.
Okay, Browen, go ahead and make a deception check. 7, make an insight.
Deception.
Oh,
Deception.
no.
Where the hell is it? I never deceive anyone. I always tell the truth. Where the hell is it?
They're alphabetical. Ooh!
7. He seems to know what he's talking about.
Huh. Well,
She's gonna feel right as rain, man. She just I took her out for the day. I relaxed her a little bit. Took the armor off for a bit. Just gotta get out of that armor sometimes. Just let your hair down. She'll be fine. She's just sleeping. It's fine.
in
It's
typical circumstances, this would be suspect, but you're a trustworthy person, Browen.
I'd like to think so.
I'll check in
where
again
you,
later and take
yeah,
care for effects.
Yeah. She'll be fine. She won't even notice. But anyway,
Probably
there
use
was something. There was something you guys were working on. Jake said he needed my help with something. I look around. You know where he is?
Where I assume Gig probably stayed at the guild working.
Yeah, him and Rodney have been working pretty much 24/7, which is surprising for the little gnome. You expected him to conk out probably half a day ago, especially after being shot in the head. But
Yeah.
still on going.
Yes, Gig would be over at the guild hall. I assisted him with a interesting little upgrade yesterday, but he did mention that he could use your assistance on something. While you do that, I've got my own things to attend to, but maybe I'll just I'll stay here with Lady Scarlet for a bit.
Yeah, no. Like I said, she'll be fine. And I'll take her arm and like plop it over her face like this. See, she's out. She's fine. She'll wake up when she wakes up.
Well, I mean, that's all of us, but alright.
See, I pick her nose a little bit too. She's out, and I walk out of the room. I'll just walk out after I pick her nose. Just pull it right out.
It's
Just,
Yep. See you, 7.
okay. I mean,
And
can I see her breathing?
she is breathing.
Okay, then I'm not gonna worry.
It's slow. It is slow, like she's in a very deep sleep.
Okay. I figure with that deception check that she probably just after all that bouncing around for literally weeks on end, she probably it caught up with her and she needs a good amount of sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you wanted to do the Seven's interaction with what's her face, the mistress, we can do that whenever.
Yep. We will carry back to that.
Before I wanted to mention that it's a new type of herb called the time skip. You just go to sleep and you wake up. And it's been a week.
So,
It's called the
some
Time
call it-
Warp.
well, some call it Rip Van Winkle. Others call it Jumanji.
Yes.
Scarlet
Yes.
gets up. What year is it?
What year is it? She has a beard.
Ah.
Amazing.
Too real.
So, 7. You are holding your vigil, or are you doing something else?
Yeah, I'll be just practicing minor spells in the room, as well as like, you know, messing around with spellcraft and stuff like that. But I will be just holding vigil for a little bit. When we take another day or two, I'll probably leave at one point to see if I can track down employment for us. But the rest of the time, my free time will be spent reading my spell book in the room around Scarlet.
So, you sit there for a good couple of hours reading, and you find yourself beginning to nod off. When you wake up, you are in a hallway full of books.
Ooh, a good dream. A very good dream.
And it is like there's books as far as you can see and as far up as you can see. You look over and you look at some of the spines of the book and they're blank. You can't tell what books they are, but they're all different colors, all different sizes. What are you doing?
I will take a look around and be like, huh. I'll take a book off the shelf.
Okay. You open the book, and what languages do you speak?
Oh, like 7 of them.
You can go ahead and rank it in Roll20.
Celestial, Common, Draconic,
Okay,
Dwarvish,
Celestial.
Elvish. Okay.
Celestial is fine. So you open it, and the entire script is Celestial, and it looks to be a history of an entire town. And as you flip through it, you've never heard of this town before. It's a Meadow Peak. Not sure where it is. And as you flip to the last page, you see the words, "And all was lost."
Not a happy ending.
You close the book and put it back. Find the next book. You open it up, and this is of an individual.
What language is this one in?
It's Celestial still.
Big fan of the higher languages.
It's, the man's name is Victor, and it begins telling his life story from beginning to end. You flip a couple of chapters. A couple of them make you uncomfortable when it details his getting married and all the mushy stuff, hitting a little close to home. And you close that book and put it back. And
How'd that one end?
not well. There was
Have I caught on by now?
You get the feeling that you are in a records room of some kind, yes. You've never heard of these halls.
I have no... There's nothing like this that I've ever heard of before.
Correct.
Right,
Even with
every library's got a big do not touch section. I'm gonna try and find that.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Come on, baby. Better than average.
So you begin to wander these halls, looking left and right, and you're trying to find a restricted section.
At
But
least something that says, please, read me.
you do see one of those.
Ooh.
About 4 rows down, left-hand side, 3 shelves up. You find a book bound in red. You open the front cover, and you read the name, Scarlet Valentine.
Oh boy.
And about this time, you see a shadow pass, a large shadow pass across the end of one of the aisles. It seems to stretch forever across the sides of the bookshelves.
Gonna just tuck that book into my robe. Can I see what's casting the shadow?
Not yet. It is still beyond. It's like a light source is casting from behind it and up.
Do I get a good feeling from it or a bad feeling?
You get a feeling. What do you think? It's a large shadow. What is 7 feeling right now?
Oh, Barrows must be coming back.
I don't know. A large shadow might be a bit comforting in a way, but knowledge is paramount. I will continue to look amongst the shelves for things that scream, "Please read me." And while I do so, I'll occasionally flip my eyes down to the Scarlet Book and see if I can
Okay.
multitask.
As you walk away from the shelf and pull out the book, it pops out of your hand and snaps back to the shelf.
Speed reading it is then. I'll run back to the shelf, pull it off, and give it a no. Yes, I will skip to the end.
And as you open it again, it snaps shut, and you hear down the hall, "Not yet. That's not yours." As a elderly woman carrying a lantern rounds the corner. She looks very much like a librarian.
Do I know who this is?
Make a religion check.
Betty Crocker. Aunt Jemima.
Betty White.
B. Arthur. $15.
So 15? Okay. You recall her in your studies, but you can't place the name. You know that there is a goddess of knowledge, but you can't call it to mind. She's not common enough of a goddess, doesn't speak to many of her followers. And she
that's
looks...
funny.
Now, you see her, and your brain immediately kicks on trying to analyze her, and she smiles. Looks like you're not quite ready yet. And she kind of waves her hand, and you snap awake.
Every time I get close to knowledge, snatched away. Inches.
And you look over and you see Scarlet still sleeping.
Does Natun have any libraries?
You can find a couple of shops with books, but no grand libraries. Probably the largest library is going to be in the VIP section of the guild hall.
I'm gonna go find Rodney. I need to take a look at that library.
Okay. So you go to the guild hall to find Rodney, and you find him working in the shop. And he kind of looks up at you and sees that you are a little stressed. Well, yeah, the library's upstairs. I'll take you up.
Please do.
Okay. So, I will let you go ahead and peruse the library, and we are going to roll back to Barrows and Star.
Would you like me to make a check while they're doing that?
Go ahead and make an investigation. We'll see how successful you are.
I'm
Barrows?
gonna take my 16 from my divination.
Okay. You do find a couple of books, particularly from the collection. Let me find my notes here. Let's go. There's my note. Gonna break immersion because crinkling paper.
Crinkling parchment. Now it hasn't broken immersion.
So you find the section that was donated by Denali, and you do find a tome in there that
A name. I need a name.
as you furiously scan through the pages, you find the name Ayun.
Got your number now.
Okay.
He's got a new girlfriend.
I have a mom. A grandma.
So, rolling back to Barrows and Star. You've managed to form a tenuous connection. Star, you have no memory still. Your mind is still reeling in shock.
Barrows has got like one eye closed and blood is just like pouring down his face as he's
Actually,
not.
Barrows has no physical damage showing.
Okay.
So, you managed to get back to the horses. Star, you see Lily there. I believe it was Lily. Yes, it was Lily.
Mm-hmm.
It's Lily, yeah.
And you don't remember her name, but you see her and you feel you're not sure why. The ghost of some memory, whatever it was, you feel happy.
Damn,
You need
little
help.
room petter.
You need help getting back on the horse.
I don't know. Let me try it first. I say awkwardly, not sure if I want some stranger touching me.
Okay. So you kind of scramble up. It's a little awkward. Lily is standing there very patiently as you fumble your way into the saddle. But you manage to get seated. You're not familiar with it, but muscle memory seems to be intact.
Good, because I was worrying about the sword training too.
So,
I will climb up onto Buck and start taking our way
okay.
back to the tune.
So, you guys head back towards Natoon. And it's a quiet ride, a somber
Well,
ride.
actually, I was actually going to try talking.
Well, yes, I'm saying around you. You guys don't have to be quiet. But, go ahead. What were you going to say?
We're going back to a city to meet a couple of my friends. I'm sure they'll be able to help.
With my memory?
Yes.
Good. I don't like the emptiness.
We'll get you back.
So why were we there again?
We went there because you
cut out.
We wanted to look for your family.
Did I lose them?
They were killed when you were young. You grew up on a farm with your aunt and uncle.
Then why didn't I ask them about my family?
They didn't know. Does she still have her locket on her?
I believe so.
I'm going to reach over and open
I
her
flinched.
locket. I'm going to open her locket.
And Star, you see the picture of your mother and father, each holding a newborn tabaxi. In the background, you see the disintegration rock.
Do I recognize any of it?
It's not calling any flashbacks. You do feel this sense of connection, but it's a feeling, not so much a memory.
So I'll just kind of stare at them for a while as we ride, trying to figure out which one's me and try to see resemblance. But since I haven't seen myself yet, I'm like, okay, I think I must look like this.
Okay. You guys managed to ride for the rest of the day and make camp that evening. You spend a bit of time talking, trying to bring back Star's memory. Star, you're asking questions of Barrows, trying to figure out who you are and where you are.
Mm-hmm.
The next morning comes. You guys get a full night's sleep. You do recover your hit points. As you mount up to leave, you hear the thunder of hooves from behind you, coming from Tranquil Shadow. Barrows, you turn and look, and you can see 7 in black cloak. Each at their breast has a symbol of the crooked eye.
Star, get behind me.
Are they bad? Should we just
Get
run?
behind me. Get behind me.
I start taking off on the horse. Whatever direction we were pointing, I'm just...
Okay.
No.
Lily sees the other horses and bolts with you on her. She's saving her own skin. Buck is dancing there, like, waiting for Barrows, like...
I'm going to sheath my sword, grab on, and jump on and take off.
Okay. So, you guys take off like a rocket. Lily and Buck, being bred from Natoon's stock, are fast. Given a dead run, the Black Riders are not gaining on you, but they are keeping pace. What are you going to do to stop them? What can you do to stop them?
There's still like a good amount of trees, right?
You guys
overhanging.
So you guys are crossing plains land. There's no trees.
Okay.
It is open scrub brush.
Ooh, do you guys have any ranged weapons?
I got the heavy crossbow, but it's two-handed.
So
I try.
I don't.
Light crossbow.
I don't remember using it, but I do have the slingshotty thing on my arm, so I'm going to try to shoot at them.
Okay. You are running at a fast pace. You will have disadvantage on the roll. So go ahead.
Do I still have access to any of my psionic things, even though I don't know about them?
You're not aware of them.
Okay. Well, I mean, learning about them in the first place was accidental, so I wasn't sure.
I'm going to look at Star as she's readying her shot. Oh, never mind. She already did it.
Yep.
Yeah, no. That
What'd
was
you
in
get?
that 4.
Yep. It whizzes past them. May need to do
Focus.
something more than weapons.
Focus.
Focus on what? I'm trying!
Focus on what?
Gem.
Barros, what are you doing?
Gem on your necklace. Focus. Focus on it.
Barros, what are you doing?
The only thing I can do is try to fire a heavy crossbow bolt at him.
Okay, make your shot. Disadvantage.
That's 6 total.
Nope, it does not connect. Whizzes past them. May have to do something besides attack.
Use the force, Luke.
I have nothing.
I mean, all I can think of is, like, thinking real hard that I wish the horses would trip. As I'm in a panic.
Okay, so you guys rocket down the road, and to the right you see this rock formation as you go around the bend. It's kind of a large rock with a couple of smaller rocks stacked on top of it. Are you going to try to hide, take cover? Are you going to continue running? What are you doing? Decide quickly.
I'm
Time is
going to take my spear and see if, as we pass, I can't knock some of those stones down.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Here, that's 15.
15, okay. Roll damage with strength.
Well, that's what fear is. That. Ooh, max 7 points!
Okay, so you manage to clip it on your way by, and rocks begin to tumble a little bit. Barros, you come rocketing up behind her and see the rocks begin to fall. What are you doing?
I'm going to go keep moving, but I want to expedite this process, and I'm going to swing at the rocks as well, try to break them
Okay.
down.
Make an attack roll.
With Thunderous Smite, do I have enough time to use Thunderous Smite with this?
It's a bonus action, so yeah, if you'd like to.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to burn
Bring
a
the
Thunderous
thunder,
Smite. Pretty much.
Bring the thunder, and the lightning, and the thunder.
Lightning and the thunder.
There's the nat 20.
Okay.
Yes.
So, you connect with your sword and cleave one of the larger rocks in half that was supporting this the rocks further up, and they begin to fall into the road, covering it entirely. They actually continue to fall out into the fields below, meaning that anyone trying to follow you will have to go around. You get the sense that for now pursuit is stemmed, but you will need to ride hard to escape.
I'm not even slowing. I'm panic mode.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can get Buck to go a little bit faster to get in front of Star. So she can, in a sense, follow me.
Okay. Star, are you slowing down at all?
No.
Okay. Unfortunately, Buck is not able to keep up with the younger horse. But you still manage to keep pace, but you're not able to get past. But you guys continue to ride towards Natoon at a breakneck pace.
Well, the horses know the way anyway, so...
Yes. By the time the horses begin to slow, it is about dusk. You can see on the horizon the city of Natoon.
And that's where we are going.
And I look behind us, seeing if we're being followed still.
You cannot see the riders.
They're not behind us anymore.
What were you
Safe.
talking about? Focus on a necklace.
Your necklace, right there. And I'm going to point at the other necklace that she has on, the one that's the star necklace.
Mm-hmm. And Star, you look down at it, and you notice the crystal, and the crystal is dark. Doesn't have that shimmer that it used to.
Rock.
It's a gem. Attuned to what did Seven call it again? Psionics.
Paramagic.
What?
Magic.
I don't have magic. Here,
You
I
have
tried to make sparkles or something. See? Don't have magic.
You don't have magic in the sense of I have, or what other people have. Seven called it paramagic. It was something to do with the mental capabilities. He's better at this stuff than I am. We're going to go meet him soon, hopefully. The one time I need him and he's not here.
I still think that's stupid.
Hopefully he'll be able to help with any questions you have.
The wizard is never late, Barrows.
Because I am never going to hear the fucking end of this.
So, you guys make it to Natun, and it is nearing the end of the 4th day.
Okay. So are we just now getting to the stables?
Yes.
Okay.
It is evening. You don't see any of the hands out working.
Is there like a house or something somewhere nearby?
There is.
Can I go knock on the door?
Okay. So you knock on the door, and the old man opens it with a sword in his hand, and then as soon as he sees you, he recognizes you, puts it away.
I apologize for the late intrusion. We only just arrived back from our adventure.
I see.
This is in one piece, as requested.
He kind of looks over at them, and they look exhausted.
We ran into it. But I assure you they're in one piece.
Well, they look in one piece, but you rode them hard as hell. What happened?
We were
Somebody chased
followed. We were followed, yes.
Well, don't bring any of that on me.
Oh, no,
I
they
take
don't.
You're here for your refund?
I would be much appreciated, yes.
Alright. And he goes back, gets, puts together a coin purse and brings you back your money.
Of 20?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to take 5 out, and I'm going to give it to him.
Thank you.
For your troubles. And for an apology for this late hour.
Well, travel safe.
That we will.
And he kind of closes the door and goes back to dinner.
Come along, Star. We're going to see if I can find any of my
Are you sure
friends.
that's my name?
Yes, I'm sure of it. Evening Star.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't know that they were staying at the tavern.
First place I was gonna look was the big old guild, the big old tower in the middle.
Okay.
Of
I figure
So-
that's where Gig will be.
So
I didn't figure something out.
You just call me Gil.
you enter.
I almost said Gil. I've been watching too much Crit Roll.
You manage to make your way to the guild hall, being the tallest building in the town. It's very late, but the doors still swing open for you. You can still see it's less chaotic than it normally is at peak hours, but there's still people there working, toiling, getting jockeying to get the premium spots within the lowest level. And through the only bastion of order at the center of the main floor is the large wooden desk with Sorlin sitting behind it.
And I'm sticking close on Barrow's heels.
I'm going to walk up to the desk and put my hand on it. Excuse me.
And he kind of looks up and, not dead. This is good. He pulls up this long scroll, kind of calendar. Not dead. Okay, fantastic. Yes. Sorry. What can I do for you?
Did Barrows tell me at any point that I had died?
Nope. I don't know.
Okay.
Did you?
No.
So I just kind of look at him.
No. We are skipping over that.
No. Yep. No.
Blithely stagger on.
No, we're holding that one back. And I'm going to look at him.
Yes. Follow me.
No, actually. Not Gig. 7.
Then. Right. Gig. Follow me.
7. Not Gig.
He gives you a very stern look. Gig. Follow
No.
me.
I am looking for 7.
Do you have 7 friends? That's a lot.
His name is 7.
Why would you have a number for a name?
He kind of
No.
He kind of rubs his temples.
Are you telling me that 7 is with Gig? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm telling you, the one that you want to speak to now is Gig.
No. The one I want to speak to now is 7!
I just tug on Barrow's sleeve. Just go with it! It's answers!
No, it is not!
Poke him in the
7
ribs.
is what I need right now!
Poke him in the ribs.
It could do about as much as 7 at this point, honestly.
No, but 7 is book smart, which is something Barrows is not.
He throws up his hands and begins to walk upstairs.
I follow him.
And I'm going to follow him.
Okay.
Matt, can I add something?
Sure.
As you get closer to the room, you just hear a tiny little voice. Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Just over and over and over again.
Why are you asking me? You're the one working on it.
I know, but I've gotta wait for you to sketch shit for me.
Oh, if it's the end of the 4th day, you're almost done.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But you're the one working on it, asking me if it's done.
Yep, I am.
I twisted this. Is it done? No. Alright, I twisted it a little bit more. Is it done yet? No.
That's basically how it's been going the last couple of days. Is Gar tries to assemble his own gun.
Patient. Making
That is
ammo
totally
as well.
canon.
Gig.
Yes.
In the doorway, you see Sorlin appear, and he looks extremely
I
frustrated.
stand up. It's not a fire. It's not a fire. It's not a fire. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
No,
It was on fire.
Shh, it wasn't on fire.
Gig.
Yes.
You have friends, and he steps out of the way, and you see coming up behind him Barrows and Star.
Barrows and Kitty.
I thought you said my name was Star!
Your name is Star, he calls you Kitty.
Oh. Okay.
So, Star, for the first time, you see a large wooden man standing before you.
It's not the weirdest thing I've seen, I think. I woke
Well,
up...
you don't remember seeing weirder.
No, but I woke up in the middle of ruins with nothing, and then I was chased by strangers. My whole life is gonna be weird. I'm...
Yes, Barrows.
All right.
Where is 7?
Last I saw him in a book.
And
There.
as this conversation goes, Rodney looks over and goes, "Ooh, it's one of those crystals, Gig. Why does she have one?"
She was the one that showed me them.
Where did you find them?
We'll
cave.
talk about that later. I start taking out cake for Star.
Wait,
I'm starving and I take it.
All right,
Okay.
they're all new.
Where
They're all new.
Where
I
is
need
Seven?
you, I need your like. Just tell me how they taste. I tried different things. Just let me know.
I
he's in
don't
the
want to
library
eat
upstairs.
another one.
upstairs?
Yes.
Thank you.
If I'll
do.
just stay here. It's fine. I gotta show her my new toy.
And I'm going to go upstairs looking for Seven.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm upstairs.
So, Barrows, as you get upstairs, like Rodney pokes his head out and waves to the two guards at the staircase, and they let you pass. As he waves to the guards, he kind of turns around and looks at Star, and then kind of gets a little inquisitive look, and then Star, this little gnome, comes up and pokes you on the hip. And when you turn to look at him, he just kind of gives this little, "Come down, please."
I hesitantly lean down.
And he looks you in the eyes, brings out this tiny little light and shines it in your eyes. It's this tiny little crystal. And and you get the sense that he's checking for something, but you're not sure what. Grabs your wrist.
Are you one of Barrow's friends too?
Barrows? Who's
Oh,
Ben?
I'm friends with Barrows. This is my cousin.
Hi, I'm Rodney. Nice to meet you.
I look from one to the other.
We call him Weirdo.
I don't think you're cousins.
We're definitely cousins. My dad is
Definitely.
his uncle. Yeah.
Are you part tree?
Well,
That's a fair
he kind of
question.
he pulls up a pant leg, and you can see that actually one of his legs is a wooden prosthetic.
Of course it is.
Okay, I guess you can be cousins. Then.
Are you okay?
And
No.
oh, no, she is not. She has taken severe trauma. You need to sit down there for a moment. I need to
Where's-
think.
Where's he pointing?
He points over at his desk, where you can see a couple of things that he's been working on. They look like two large copper cages that are, well, I would say large, but they're about maybe the size of a water bottle.
Mhm.
One has a green glowing crystal, and the other one has a blue glowing crystal.
Okay, I sit on his desk, cross my legs, nibble on the cake, and just stare at the crystals.
And Rodney begins pacing back and forth. Barrows and Seven.
Seven! Seven!
Ah,
Seven!
Blackwing, you're back.
Yes. But, more importantly, I need you downstairs right now. Massive problem. Massive problem.
Fine, I tuck the volume on Ayun into my robe, and I'll bring it back when I'm done with it. What's the problem? I say as I follow him. You look distressed. Well, more so than usual.
Because Star died in my arms.
Star is
And-
dead.
And I brought her back.
Star is not dead?
And I pull out my raven necklace, kiss it real quick, and put it back underneath my armor. She's back, but with no memories.
Have I ever heard of such a thing happening, DM?
No, this is fairly new.
I can take a look. I have one good mental spell under my
And I need something.
mastery. I will do what I can for you, my friend. Let's go check her out.
So, Seven, as you go to try to leave, the clerk in the library is like, ahem.
Oh yes, I hand over the book. I'll just come.
Yes, you do
Yes,
that.
yes. All
Puts
right.
it-
All right.
I apologize, Seven, for taking away from your reading, but
No, it's
this
all
is not
right.
emergencies.
There will always be more to learn. Learning that rapidly these days.
So, you guys come barreling back down the stairs as quickly as possible, and you find Rodney pacing in the room, Star sitting in a corner, Gar and Gig, I believe, still working on the rifle.
Yeah, and Slide
Yeah.
take over.
And as you walk through the door, Gar, you get a sly remark out of Gar. Great, the angry one's back.
I have no time for your remarks right now, little one.
I don't think of myself as particularly angry, but it's interesting.
No, you're the inquisitive one.
Oh, all right.
Actively looks frustrated.
Why can't you guys just learn your names? Really?
Tree Man, angry. Questions.
Yes. See, you're learning. Rodney's pacing back and forth furiously, like hand on his chin.
Look at the gnome. I'm going to look at the gnome and be like, "No, don't you? You figured it out."
She suffered severe mental trauma. She's lost her mind.
Yes. Yes, she
Hello,
has.
Evening Star.
I'm told that's my name. Hi.
Hi. Do you know who I am?
Arrow said he was gonna get 7, so I assume that's who you are.
My name is Seven. It's
Why is your name a number?
There's a reason, just not a good one. Anyway, what do you remember before your trip with Barrows? And I'll say that as I let Rodney keep theorizing and postulating. I'm just gonna keep her attention.
Okay.
I only
Have you said
remember
anything like
waking
this
up.
before?
I'm sorry. One more time, Evening Star.
I only remember waking up and he was there, and he said he was Barrows and I was Evening Star, and he was supposed to protect me. And then we went and we were chased by people in cloaks, and then we just managed to get here, and now we're here.
I see. And I'm going to, while she's talking, I cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
And
Go
I
ahead.
want to see what I can get off her.
Right now, there's lots of confusion, lots of frustrated. It's kind of like having an amputated limb where everything connects up to a point and then stops.
Is it an amputation or a break? Can I push? If she
Go
wants
ahead.
if she wants to let me, she can. If she's trying to resist, it's a wisdom saving throw.
Are you letting her know before you push?
I will. I say, I can hear your thoughts. Everything's jumbled. It's like once you get to a certain point, there's a wall there, an absence. Do you mind if I look deeper?
Don't think he's gonna find anything, but sure.
Well, one won't know until he tries. And I will push deeper.
Okay, so you push back through this veil of jumbled thoughts, and you try to reach deeper, and it's like hitting a void. I'm not saying Star is empty-headed. Just that there is.
It's
Just
like it was erased.
It's like ink that's been whited out.
And
It's not
as
that she's hiding her memories, or they're just not there.
I could have
So do you
told
think
you
it's
that.
possible to bring it back?
and then at that moment,
I
Rodney
have
pipes
no
up.
idea.
I do. He looks over at Gig. Gig, how many of those crystals do you have left?
Pause for a second while I open my inventory. We
Okay.
have 40 smalls, 20 mediums, 1 large.
He literally
Um,
opens his inventory.
Yeah.
Put it on the table. I have an idea.
It just scrolls out.
And like as he says, put it all on the table. I have an idea. And he goes running over the corner and grabs this big old spool of copper wire. Gig, do you go ahead and
Well, yeah.
okay, just
I'm
making
going
sure.
to, I'm going to stand in front of Star and I'm going to look at her. They're going to help you.
Maybe.
I promise.
We don't know. We'll find out.
So he begins weaving this intricate lace of copper wire. Every so often, he's putting in one of the crystals with a couple of them. Mostly, it's the small ones, and then 2 of the large ones. And it looks to be that he's making this. It almost looks like a doily of copper with gems socketed through it. And he
Dreamcatcher.
similar. He snips it off, wraps it up, and places it over places it over Star's head and kind of tucks her ears in. This might be a little uncomfortable. Gig, I need you to do something for me.
Okay.
Is it gonna hurt?
It might, but that's because the memories are coming back. Maybe.
I
Maybe.
give Barrows a look like, really?
They're going to help you.
And
Just
You
me,
notice-
I guess.
you notice at the top of the hat of copper and crystal
Mhm.
is a one of the medium-sized crystals.
Okay.
And he walks over to his desk, grabs the green cage,
Mm-hmm.
walks back up to you, and opens up a little compartment on your gun, sockets it in, closes it. I want you to hit that target right there.
Oh, what?
What?
Oh, fuck.
Barrows!
Oh, can I do it?
No!
Your gun's not
Yes!
done
I
yet.
go over and I just sit on Gig's arm.
No. Go work on your gun. You're almost done.
This
You have work to do.
seems
Discipline.
experimental.
Barrows.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Just stand.
Trust me,
just,
do it!
Just,
Okay.
just
Star, I
sit
need
still,
you.
please.
Back up, Star. Just all the way to the
Just
wall.
sit still.
I stay sitting on the desk and I cross my arms and I give him this look like, don't you
Just
dare.
trust me.
I'm gonna go prone with my stand.
Okay,
I swear
don't
to God.
miss.
We'll find out.
I swear to God, it's gonna go horribly wrong.
No, that's pretty good.
That, yeah, no, dead on. You strike the crystal, and you notice that the physical bullet passes through the crystal, doesn't even touch it. For whatever reason, the crystal is immune, but the psychic energy that you impart on it lights it up, and it begins to spread through the copper into each crystal, lighting each one independently, until finally all of them are lit. Star, your mind is screaming in pain.
I start screaming.
I didn't do
You
it.
begin
I
to
hit the
have-
crystal. I hit the crystal. I didn't hit her. I promise.
You begin to have flashes of memories. Things come rushing back. You're not sure, you can't make sense of it all. It's there. Somewhere. Need you to roll an intelligence save.
Am I still hearing her thoughts?
Oh,
that
you
was
are, and
good.
it's terrible.
Can I
Oh,
help
that was
her at
not
all with
great.
this, or
Hmm?
if we're connected, can I help her with this?
No. You are getting
I can just
nothing.
watch.
Yeah, this is a train wreck for you.
Oh my!
9.
What was 9? Okay. You have this moment of absolute pain and collapse.
Gig's going
Yeah.
defibrillator hands. Just rubbing them together and running up to her.
Okay, she's still breathing.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw a heal in.
Okay.
Well, while she's unconscious, we may as well try again.
Are
You guys are into
you're
some shit.
you're trying to push into her mind again?
I'll try. I'm still connected, even though it's giving me a migraine.
Okay. It's now quiet. But as you push in, it's a mess. Like,
boy.
they're there. But it's a mess.
It feels like we only got halfway there, boys.
It's kind of like somebody put a jigsaw puzzle together backwards and upside down.
That's impressive.
There's memories, but they're about as cohesive as, well... Have you ever seen, the aftermath of a game of Jenga?
No.
It doesn't quite resemble the tower.
But it's a start.
It's a start. At least there's pieces
There's
to build the
memory.
tower with.
There's something to build off of.
So Rodney takes the helmet off and begins to disassemble it. Well, I I think we jump-started the process, but I don't think it's quite complete. She may need some time to recover.
Yes.
No kidding.
Being around friends will help. Maybe some-
Where are you staying, 7?
Finish your thought, Rodney, and then I'll tell you.
I was going to say maybe reading some favorite books, or something to bring back her old memories.
Cake.
It's like,
Maybe
good luck on the
cake.
books.
Good luck on the books.
Okay, I was like,
Books?
y'all don't even
No.
know about magical theory.
Okay.
That'll kickstart something entirely different.
Yeah. We should each come up with something to try and trigger her memories. But in the meantime, what was the name of the inn? The Treasure Trove?
Treasure trove.
The Treasure Trove. The blue, rather large tent building.
Excellent. I'm going to pick up Star and I'm going to start making my way that way.
Okay.
There's
So
the
you
extra
guys-
room.
Bye, kitty.
You done yet?
You're not. You're. Oh goodness. Okay. No, that's upside down. No, the stock is on the other side.
And while Star's in my arms, I'm going to turn around to 7 and Rodney. Lay the both of them. I owe you.
Not yet, you don't. No settling for half measures. We'll get her back to the way she was.
I hope so.
I'll just put my crystals back, and the shot that I did. It's fine. Continue.
Rodney's already disassembled it and is helping you put it away. The shot, he just as you go to try to recover it, he's leave it. That's character. It'll give me a good story every time I'm in here.
That's fair. All right.
See that? See that right there? That's where my cousin shot at Tabaxi.
Jeez.
Jesus.
In the forehead.
That's a story.
Does bro arrive with my leave at any time at this point?
Actually,
Where's
does
my
Rowan?
leave?
Dude,
I don't know. I was back on day 3, and then we skipped around all kinds of places.
Sorry,
I'm
we
away
kind of
from
fast
this.
forwarded. We're on day 4 now. Browen, I did actually say in Discord chat that you would have probably been around for bringing in the completed lily pads to the best of your ability.
All I was going to say was, so I studied his lily pads before,
Yes.
and he was saying that he wanted me to try to help him with some new ones.
Yes.
Basically, what I'm trying to think about doing is focusing and talking with some plants over the course of that day 3, and trying to really connect with plants and lily pads and things like that about how their chlorophylls and their chloroplasts work, and really trying to zen with some plants. So that way, on day 4, I can go and meet with Gig and explain and try to do some experiments about how the chlorophyll can really harness some sunlight even more so, and then take that sunlight and the chloroplast and then turn that into energy. So harnessing and conversions, that's more of a mechanical thing. So hopefully the nature mechanical talk would help out somewhat.
Okay. Yes. You managed to duplicate a very similar design. It doesn't have quite the power output that Gigs does, but it's enough. It manages to keep the core going.
Okay.
And
So
you have
is he making that, or
you've made the kind of, it's almost like a module of
Alright.
this large leaf shape. It's thicker than the standard leaf, similar to how Gigs is designed. And you've managed to create one that, when you give it to Gig, the way they designed it is now on the at the top of the head, and it's a crest now, where this lily pad is basically forming this crest like a knight's helmet.
Yeah. I'm gonna lift bro up so he can plug it in. You do the work. You get to do the last piece.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but
It's simple.
yes.
Just connect those 2 wires, and then add that cog to that part, and just it'll click. It'll click together. You're fine.
So, bro, and as you kind of awkwardly follow Gig's instructions, it kind of sockets in, and as the second it sockets in, you hear this whirring sound as the head slowly closes up over the component, and you hear this as the eyes light up, blink for a moment, and begins to look around.
As soon as this thing looks around, I remember, like, in nature, I don't know if this is a nature thing or not, but I know in nature when things are born, they look for things to call mama, and I get the hell out of the way and make sure Gig is in the way and not me.
Genre savvy.
As soon as I see this shit happening, I'm like, nope, I've seen baby birds and stuff. I'm out of here. And I duck around behind.
So it sits up, looks around. Gig.
I stick out my fist.
It looks down at your fist.
Come on, I know you're smart. Come on. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Completed.
10 out of 10. We're in the green.
How did I know? I'm the DM.
Well, bro, this is Cog. Cog, this is bro.
He
Cog,
reaches
I
out
like
his
that.
hand.
Simple and easy. I like it.
Cog reaches out his hand and he's going to give you a fist bump.
Oh yeah. No, that's cool. I will go ahead and do what I saw them do. Yep. He's smart like his daddy. I look up at Gig.
Gig, you're a father.
I know. It's so fast.
You guys are disgusting. You can't do that in a lab.
Wild, isn't it?
You don't even like this place.
So what does this thing look like in compared to everyone else, like size and height and face and everything like that?
He's a little shorter than I am, but hold on, I'm sending you a picture now. It's in Discord. And his chest piece opens up to be a furnace. There's nothing in there yet, but
I actually have that figurine.
You can bring it to Gen Con.
I can.
So, Browen, about this, let's see. Did you take all day to do this, or was this earlier? Keeping my timeline straight.
Which part?
The creating the lily pad. Do you think it would have taken you all day?
I would say probably that was more of a day 3 thing. Probably like half researching and half making.
Okay, so you are at the treasure trove during day 4?
Yeah. Before I go out on my random, just look around for other random stuff.
Okay.
Kind of like yard sailing. You know, you don't really know what you're looking for, but you're looking for stuff.
Right. By the
Basically.
evening, most of the shops have closed up. So I'm establishing whether you're going to be there to greet Barrows, 7, and Star when they return.
Yeah, I would be there
Okay.
after my yard sale excursions. Yeah.
Okay. So you're back in the room. Scarlet is still sleeping. 7, Barrows, you come in to find Browen sitting with Scarlet. And there is a vacant bed on the other side of the room. If you wanted to sit down, Star.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Now we
All right.
have
So when they walk,
two unconscious females.
when they walk in, I'm like, "Hey, you guys, Star, Barrows, holy shit, where you guys been?"
Long story short,
Very
I
long
tell him
story.
everything.
Whoa. Okay. I feel caught up. I'll look at Star for a second. Are you all right?
She's
Do you
She's
remember?
out like a 2-watt
She's
light
out.
bulb.
Do you? Oh, she's out. Oh, is she awake or
I'm
she?
unconscious.
She's gone. Like
Oh,
just
she's out.
out
Yeah,
like a
Barrows
knight.
is carrying me in. I am unconscious.
We had to
Oh.
reboot her to restore her memory. You know, she's only got so much RAM.
Wow.
She
Okay.
Then had a couple days to load.
Yeah, she blew
These are
screens
new
sometimes.
words. These are Control Delete.
We had to turn her on and off again.
We made sure
Is
she was
she,
plugged in. It's fine.
Can I just kind of look at her real quick? I know Barros is carrying her, but like, Barros, can I just? You mind if I just give her a one over real quick, just to see what's going on in here?
It's my better judgment. Sure.
Better judgment. All right.
Barrows
You
is
know,
getting desperate.
Yeah, got all kinds of stuff I can do, but it's like nature things, so I guess we
What
don't.
happened to the romance?
We don't like nature stuff, I guess, but that's okay. That's fine. I will cast enhance ability on myself and just do my nature thing and just try to give her a one over and see what's going on from nature's side of life and see if there's anything going on that way.
Okay, so
Like, look at her face, push it a little
go
bit
ahead and
because
make a medicine check.
medicine. Okay,
Medicine.
all right, because I think wisdom is Al's wisdom for enhance ability. I mean, might as well. Whatever, blow fucking spell slots. You said medicine.
Yes.
19.
Okay. So looking like you lift up her eyelid, you notice the pupils are dilated.
Yeah. Smush your face a little bit. Do all that stuff. Yep.
The pulse is very weak. When you feel around her neck, you can actually feel bruising, where like it's beneath the skin. It's not showing. It doesn't look like ruptured blood vessels, but you can feel where the muscle has been crimped.
All right. As I'm looking her over and smushing her face around and feeling her neck, be like, what happened to you guys? She's like all
Long
beat up.
story. It's a long story.
Well, set her down on the bed or something. Does she need a washcloth? She looks dirty. And what happened to you two? I'm gonna go get a washcloth. I'm just gonna go get a washcloth and stuff.
I'll start, and I will begin prestidigitating the dirt off of her fur.
Okay.
I'm gonna lay her down in the bed, and I'm just gonna sit. I'm gonna grab a stool and just sit right next to the bed.
Okay. Rowan, you come back with a bowl of warm water and a cloth.
I just needed a cloth and a bowl because as I come back, I do create water and then I use a little produce flame to heat it up. I can do that myself.
Just say, I just figured you had already done it. So with
there you
your
go. on the way back, touche. All right, go ahead.
so as you're cleaning the fur that has been prestidigitated away, it does seem to relax Star. Her body seems to calm a little bit more, and you're not sure if it's having any effect on her mental state, but there's definitely a physical reaction.
Okay. All right, so I know Kyle probably knows this isn't going to work, but bro, I have to probably do it next day. I have to prepare my spells for it. Never mind.
Okay.
Maybe I'll try it tomorrow. We'll see.
Okay.
Continue. You're good.
So you guys spend the evening in with your two fallen comrades. Scarlet, having taken a massive hit of gold dust, is still on her journey. And Star, who is recovering from the equivalent of a severe mental breakdown.
Nose twitches.
Just a real quick. No, nothing. All right. I didn't expect anything, but nah.
It's not quite like smelling salts.
You never know. Tabaxi. You know what I mean? Who knows?
It is a quiet evening between you all.
It's all my fault. It's all my fault. I couldn't protect her. Now this happens.
From what you said, it was a rather powerful attack that you experienced. We should endeavor to remain unified in the future. I fear we suffered without you, and vice versa.
So you guys went to the burned down village, right? I thought it was just what happened? I thought it was burned down. What did you guys run into something there on the way, on the back?
There we ran into something. A Rakshasa, maybe.
Do we know what that is?
Browen does.
All right, so I'll try to keep a straight face at that one.
Seven was there too.
7 wasn't there when Bro and Yuri went down.
Oh, that's right. We sneaked. All right, you
Yep.
good?
Yep.
7, you might go ahead and make an Arcana check to see if you religion check.
Religion. 19.
Yes, you know what a Rakshasa is.
Ooh, Rakshasas. Wizards learn a lot about Rakshasas. They're rather nasty. They ignore a good deal of magic.
But the problem was that it wasn't physically there.
Go on.
Everything that it hit with was mental. As I screamed in pain, so did Star. She took as much of it as I did.
It almost sounds like from what you were telling me, this is where her parents were dispatched, correct?
It was where her people were dispatched of.
Would Bro or I have enough knowledge or enough intuition to put together that maybe there was some lingering psychic after effect, DM?
You don't know enough about psionics.
I have no idea what could have caused that. There's so much about this paramagic, this psychic magic that I don't understand yet, Paris. If I did, I would be more help. I apologize.
I know.
And there's nothing, I look over at Bro, and there's nothing natural about this, I suppose.
I mean, all right. So, can I'm trying to figure out how much I know and what Bro knows.
Me too. It's a weird feeling.
It's a weird back and forth. I mean, I don't think there's anything natural about them. Not that I can think of. I mean, I know what they look like, and there's. I mean, it's weird because I look over at Star. I mean, Star's kind of like, she's a cat person. She walks and two legs and stuff, and then I look and like, Rakshasa. I don't know.
And they say humans are the insensitive breed.
It's just I don't know. I just don't know too much about them, man.
From what I know, they're not psychic, but they are
Evil.
powerful. Oh, and extremely evil. If you make an enemy of one, DM, is it safe to say I know basic things about them?
You have definitely heard that Rakshasas are vengeful.
They do not stop coming after you if you make an enemy of them. Send them back to hell, and they'll just come back.
I know.
Best thing to do with a Rakshasa is avoid it. Contain it, banish it, trap it if you can, but those are all secondary to running from it. And since they basically can't be affected by magic of less than significant proportions, The last thing I would ever want to do is run into one. I can't imagine how frightening that must have been.
Maybe for her. Not me.
And you're a braver man than I. I mean, we both knew that already, but... Well, now we have 2 unconscious women. What should we do for money? We should be leaving town in a few days. We have to
The
take
only
care of
time, the only time I'm leaving is when she wakes up. I'm not leaving a moment sooner.
Fair. Scarlet is still sleeping off whatever she's got going on. It's been a long 4 days. I suspect for you as well.
So, real quick question: Would I know anything? I guess from a nature perspective. I mean, at the very least, like, is there ever like this is gonna sound stupid, but like more than one? Do they travel in packs? Like, do they all look the same? Do all Rakshasa know each other?
They
Like,
do travel in herds.
Like, any from that perspective?
Not the mind of a Rakshasa is not a natural.
All right. What did this? I mean, I've heard of them before, and I mean they have like cat feet. I mean, what did it? Did you see this thing? You said it was mine stuff. I mean, she has some really real bruises on her neck, and I like right here.
Do I still have scars on my face from when it...
You do not. You do not have a mark on you.
Felt real enough to me. Stabbed me. Scratched me a couple times. I fell unconscious. Was able to pop back up myself.
And all of this was mental damage, not physical.
Yeah. I guess for a start it was both.
There's so much we don't know about paramagic. You could fill a library with what we don't know.
The only mental damage I ever give myself is smoking, but that's totally different. That's a different mental damage, but she's got real bruises on her neck, so I mean the mind is a dangerous thing. Can do.
They choked the life out of her. They choked the life out of her before I had a chance to save her.
Do I notice that her amulet is missing?
The psionic one?
The one that she told us was keeping the crooked eye away.
Oh, yes. It's gone.
Eros, I don't mean to alarm you, but where is Evening Star's protective amulet?
Gone.
Ah.
Because when we broke out of our haze, when we traveled, we were chased by the Crooked Eye.
You were actively chased by the Crooked Eye. Okay.
7 of them.
Bad things always come in 7. I'll begin my preparations. I need my spellbook in a few hours. And I will start proofing our room against invasion.
Okay. So I'm assuming alarm spells, that.
Alarm, Liamon's tiny hut, eventually when it's time to go to bed.
Okay.
As much as I can to ward this room against invasion. Just
Okay.
in case.
Just remember that the tiny hut requires to be inside it at all times.
Yeah, that's why I say I'll do that one last.
Okay.
It'll be at the center of the room.
What time did we get back to the inn?
You guys were probably about maybe an hour or 2 hours behind. If you left as soon as you were done.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, DM. Okay. So, as we're sitting here talking about this, you guys are going to see Bro dig into his bag for a second. You're like, where did I... There it is. I'm going to pull out this moss, right? This is moss that I collected way back in the day. from the beaver dam, right?
Ooh.
And I'm just gonna like rub it on my hands a little bit and just kind of close my eyes and think back for a moment and try to remember back to when we were underground, the hand that came through the portal. Do I remember anything more than that, or just the hand
Just the
snapping
reverse.
dude's fucking neck? Okay,
Just the reverse jointed hand,
All right,
snapping
all right.
the neck.
Cool. Okay, so as I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, so you guys, this might go a little. I'm gonna like, take my hat off for a second. I'm gonna light my pipe up. This may go back a little further than what we might have originally thought about here in the last couple moments. Do you guys recall being in the Beaver Dam when we all kind of first met and kind of united forces for the first time?
That's when Yuri was still with us, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
Right.
I remember that.
Well, the big bad boss guy, if you want to call him that, from that setting. If you recall, you guys kind of made it at the back end of him losing his existence, if you will, ceasing to live. His neck was snapped by this furry, backwards, weird-looking claw hand that came out of a portal. That's all Yuri and I saw. And then the portal closed. You guys came down. Remember, Barrows? You like wrote some weird stuff on the wall with blood and did all kind of crazy shit, and then we saved the beavers and we ran away.
Yes.
We saved Jackson and Bennett and all of our little beaver friends and did beaver things. And the big mama beaver came small. And
Yes, get to the point.
well, the point is that was a weird claw-looking hand thing coming through a portal.
Yes,
And now
but
you guys are talking about
Rakshasas.
Rakshasas and stuff, which is exactly what that is.
yes.
You don't think this Rakshasa is following us, do you?
If it's following anybody, it's following me.
I disagree. I think it might be following Evening Star.
I mean, she's the one with the bruises.
Of course, if you manage to get its attention, which it sounds like you did, then it's definitely following you as well. Consequently, all of us, but I'll do what I can to ward this environment.
This is tripping me out, man.
Seeing what we have against detection.
Does anyone else want to hit of this? Because I'm kind of freaking out right now. Is everyone else good? You guys good? I'm gonna. No? Anyone? No? All right.
I need a clear mind, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Where's Gig? Where's Gar at and everyone?
We
Where?
do need to get a message to Gig quickly.
Is that what
And
we'll be
Thor.
getting back?
Yes, like I said, you probably would have been back by about an hour or two after them, and with all of the conversation, you'd be arriving just about now.
We
So
need
I
an
fin-
excuse to get out of town immediately. Go ahead.
So I finished the gun in how many bullets?
I made apparently a thing for us, or for you. We are able to make 20 bullets a day with a long rest and appropriate materials if I use COG.
Okay.
And then we have a silencer that has 5 uses before it
Okay.
needs to be repaired.
And then the new gun?
Yep. Oh, wanted to talk to you, Matt. We wanted to make a little stand on COG's shoulder for so you could go up and have like a sniper poach. It's just gonna be literally like a U-shaped rod that like pokes up. It's not gonna do anything special, but he has a sniper perch.
Basically, allowing him to use Cog's movement as his own.
Yeah.
Nick, did you link me the Gunslinger PDF? Because I'm
we'll
still
do
missing
that
it
now.
because I reinstalled Windows.
We will we'll treat it like he's got a mount and he can control it as such.
Mhm.
So there you have it. With that, I have one final thing. If you guys are sorry, Gig, you were coming back from the inn, you guys wanted to talk to Gig. Or from the guild hall to the inn, you wanted to talk to Gig. Yes?
I mean, I did, but I don't know if anybody else does.
Correct.
I have other stuff from before, but that's okay. We can talk about this now. This seems way more important.
This is
I-
certainly important.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Alright, so Cog and Gig and Gar would all walk in, not at the same time because we can't fit.
Can he like sit on your shoulders and stuff? Like, how big is this guy? Because I gotta get a better visual.
He's like 5. I think I made him 5'10", so he's still shorter
Lordy.
than I am, but he's still human-esque size.
Oh lordy. Okay. All right.
Yeah, and
He
his
didn't make
chest,
him
his chest opens up like in front of him, and there'll be a little furnace with wood and coal, so I could blacksmith inside of him.
Now that you say it, I definitely envision all three of you trying to walk through the door at the same time, and then coming back through. Makes a lot more sense now.
And he's actually
my-
made of metal. He is not made of wood.
All right. 7, you want to fill in our friends here about the situation?
Yes, and I'll give them the gist of it. And so, Evening Star has lost her memories.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Scarlet is unconscious,
Okay.
and we may have incoming hostiles as the Crooked Eye is now able to track her.
That's not
Thus-
smart of them. But okay.
I wish I had your confidence about it, but thus we need to fortify our position tonight and leave tomorrow as quick as we can.
Okay. Do you want
And then-
Cog and... Well, Cog and I don't need to sleep, so we can keep watch.
If anybody has any silver or iron, please let me know and I will be able to do something significant with it.
It's a dumb
I start
question,
pulling out
Kevin.
random shit out of my pants.
Say what?
It's a dumb question. Gig just turns around and takes out the bag. Okay. What do you
I need at least 100 gold pieces worth of it.
Holy cow. Okay.
I'm sorry. I wasn't planning on casting this, but
I might have some. I think Gar might have the rest of it. I wouldn't have that much on me.
100 gold pieces worth?
Mm-hmm.
100 gold pieces worth.
So it's like 1,000 pieces of silver. Just
That or holy water. I've got a little bit of holy water on me, but I would need a significant amount more.
oh man.
If you-
Gar, your mistress doesn't happen to have any, does she?
You're welcome to go ask.
Gar, your mistress is not there at the moment.
No, I needed to talk to her. Shit. Crush.
What are you trying to enforce? You're trying to enforce the building itself, or just...
If I have the right materials, theoretically, I've never actually done this before, but I could create about a 10-foot radius of magical energy, a magic circle, and it would keep fiends out.
Okay, what do
So
you
if a
need?
Rakshasa decided to knock on our door, it cannot willingly enter the cylinder by non-magical means, and if it tries to teleport, it needs to essentially force its way past it. It's very disadvantageous against it. And it cannot frighten us, possess us, anything of that nature. It's a significant defense against otherworldly creatures.
Okay, you said 100 pieces worth?
By my latest calculation, yes. Silver
is
and
that-
iron.
Is that 100 pieces of gold in D&D book, or 100 pieces of gold in...
I'm looking at
100
the spell and it says 100 gold
Okay.
pieces worth.
So, with all magic,
It's all
Well-
actual value.
it's the actual value.
Okay.
I have, see how much gold I have that I can...
Oh, I have enough to
See.
cover it. Gig
Oh, you
will
do?
tell Cog to watch them, do the little eye things, and then I'm gonna run to the guild, because they should have the material.
Okay.
If you need gold, let me know. I can help you with that.
I should be able to cover 100 pieces.
Okay. So, Gig returns with 100 pieces of silver material, and you are able to make your barrier.
Okay. Let me see how long it lasts. Okay, it's only going to last an hour when I cast it, so I'll prepare it but not finish it.
Okay.
It
what
only
would you
takes
need
a minute
to finish. Okay.
Well, it only takes a minute to prepare it, but this only gives us an hour of protection. So, if we are under attack, then I'll need to finish it.
Okay. I'll have Cog stay near you and wake you if anything happens.
I'm gonna head downstairs while they're preparing this, and I'm gonna warn the Cobalt in the bar to tell me if any suspicious people come in.
Okay. It kind of gives this little bark of a laugh. You do remember where we work, right?
More suspicious than our usual.
Oh. Fine.
Right. We might not be attacked tonight. This is a rather powerful magical settlement. But it's still a possibility. Oh, has Gig left yet?
I'm right
Gig
next to you.
left. Yep, Gig left, came back.
Would it have been possible to say, hey, while you're over there, tell one of the high-level enchanters that we might have a Rakshasa problem?
I would tell Rodney if he was still there. But like, there's a cat thing trying to kill us. Not a good cat, backwards hand cat.
I mean,
Okay.
We're in a town full of casters. They might try nothing, and this is all just Paranoid 7, but...
Because I would also be telling him
Just
that
say
we're leaving
7?
in the morning.
Cat chow.
So you do recall of Rakshasa being vengeful and basically unkillable except through extraordinary means. Asking other casters to get involved, they might just laugh in your face.
Right, never mind. Skip that bit. Here's the plan. I'm going to position the vast majority of the magic circle right at the front of the door.
Okay.
Is there a window in
Are
there?
there any windows?
Yes, there is a window.
I'm going to position the magic circle right in the center of the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the idea. I'm going to cast it backwards. If we can lure him in the circle, he can't get out for an hour, and that gives us plenty of time to get our crap and leave.
Okay.
It's pretty smart.
And I would have told Rodney because he'd be leaving with us in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, tell him to get his things.
Spider donkey?
You wouldn't happen to be able to stop by the blacksmith and I pull out the receipt for Scarlet's sword. And Cerberus, I believe Evening Star had one as well.
Are you guys sending him on errands? Is that what we're doing right now? I'm fine with
It's
it. Just
it's evening. It is late evening.
I will
There's
knock
no
on doors.
shop-
If we can collect our belongings and make haste.
You Gig, are you going knocking on doors?
I'll knock on doors. What are they going to get angry at a robot?
Yes.
I thought Bro had already picked up Scarlet's.
He made the
Oh.
attempt and the blacksmith was not there.
That's right.
If so far the rumor has been that the blacksmith has locked himself within the guild tower and has not come back out for 3 days.
Oh dear.
Oh my.
Goodness. Oh, so he's in the guild
Scarlet killed the blacksmith.
Well,
That's the
Scarlet
rumor.
doesn't have a sword.
What
but
room is he
we
in?
can always get a new one.
tower? And how long will it take me to open it?
He, from what everybody said, he's on the 3rd.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Gig,
bring
where are you
Rodney
going?
to I'm going to the guild to go find the stuff. I have a list.
Want help?
Yeah, come with me.
Okay.
Cog, you watch them.
And Cog immediately turns around and does the little
Just yeah.
finger to the eyes.
Oh, I love how smart he is. Okay.
As I'm walking with Gig, I really want to fire this.
Oh, we will. I have a feeling we definitely will.
Okay, so you guys run to the guild hall.
Yep.
And you make your way upstairs. You find Rodney, who's still in his lab packing, getting things ready. and he kind of because he can hear you clank through, or like.
Hey.
Well,
hey,
no, actually,
hey, yeah.
nope.
Yeah.
You're stealthy. I forgot. I apologize. I'm being racist.
Stealth mode.
Oh, Cog, the other hand, is the complete opposite.
Yes.
Hear him
Are
next
you
door.
being stealthy?
No.
Yeah, why not?
No.
If Gar is, Gar's always being.
Yeah. He's stealthy on my back, so I don't know how that works.
Is Gig being stealthy?
No, I don't get exhausted, so we're full sprinting.
Okay. So you go charging up the stairs, and Rodney like hears you because he knows that sound by now, and goes just like poking his head out, like, "What's the rush?"
There's a blacksmith. He's locked in his room. He has something one of our friends made. Have a receipt. We're leaving in the morning. I have to get stuff.
Oh, that might not be the best idea. He tends to get a little grumpy when he gets like this. I'll go with you just
Okay.
in case.
Okay.
And he takes you up to the 3rd floor, past the guards. Otherwise, you wouldn't have got past.
Yep. I probably would have brought them with me, but that's fine. Guys, come with me. We gotta go ask somebody.
Okay.
Now.
So you make it up to the 3rd floor, and you notice the large open area where there was enchanting being done. And as you walk in, you look to the left, and you see that there are some side rooms. And so there's a couple of them that are closed. But Rodney takes you to the one that the blacksmith is in, and he just kind of knocks on the door. And you hear from the other side, "Go away, I'm busy."
I know you're busy, but we need your help.
Whose way?
You had an order from a pretty lady with gold hair.
Right.
Yeah, something bad's happened. We gotta go really fast. So, kinda need to pick it up.
It's not ready yet.
Okay, so how can I help you make it ready?
He's you see this little slot open up.
Is it like really high
About-
slot or like a really low slot? Do I have to squat?
It's really low
Oh,
because
what's
he's
the
a
squat?
dwarf.
Yeah.
He looks out, looks at you, looks down at Rodney. No. Slams it shut.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at guard. You want to open it, or you want me to open it?
Cracks knuckles. All 3 fingers. And I just... pull out my tools. I assume you want thieves' tools?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
assuming it's locked.
With deck.
Oh, that's not.
Ah!
Oh.
No. Not even close.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. You have one still.
One sec.
Wow! Wow!
So you're working the lock, and you think you're getting it, and you hear from the other side, "I told you no," and you feel electricity shoot through your thieves' tools as he casts Shocking Grasp on the door handle.
How much damage does it deal to me?
1d4.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it. Okay. Instinctively, Gar reaches for his gun and fires it into the lock.
Okay. You fire it into the.
The small one,
Rick-
obviously.
It ricochets off a magical barrier.
I have cake.
And
We can get her a new sword.
Well, I just woke up everybody
Yeah, you
in
did.
this.
yeah,
Yeah. You
all of the people in that main hall are now staring at. Rodney's kind of like, hee hee.
I turn around. I turn around. It was a mishap.
Rodney gets down really close. You're about to have a mishap if we don't get out of here.
Okay. Fine. We'll go.
Look, I know the guy. He's always good to his word. I don't know what he's doing in there, but you'll get the sword.
Okay.
One way or the other, I think. Maybe. Possibly. Maybe. Yes. Maybe. And he goes running off downstairs.
All right. Before we leave, I'll be back in the morning. Just keep going.
As we leave the guild, that man better not come out of that room.
You can't use your gun in a small room like that. It's not safe.
Okay, so Gig and Gar return.
Oh, we were gonna stop at Star Shop, the other one, or is that the same place?
It was the
Same guy.
place.
Oh, goodness gracious!
Yeah, same guy.
Leave a forwarding address at the seer.
No, we'll be back super early.
Okay.
Like, literally, as soon as that sun thinks about cresting over, I'm gonna go back and knock on that door.
Okay. For now, you guys return. You've had a long day. And the last 4 days have been a little crazy, a little not, and a little fun. But at the end of things, it's been a little bit of an emotional day. You feel very drained. Except for Gig, who has no emotions yet.
Yes. Or cock.
But you settle into the treasure trove feeling as safe as you can, considering what is on your heels, and begin to ponder how you're going to get out of this mess.
I assume the mistress isn't still there, right?
She is still gone. Barrows,
Yep.
your sleep is fitful. You have, I would call them nightmares, but they're more memories of your battle with the demon.
Which one?
Pick a demon.
Pick one.
No, with the Rakshasa.
Okay.
As you see Star fall again and again, you hear a voice. You did well, my champion.
I did what I needed to do.
You discovered a lost lieutenant. He has escaped our order for a long time.
Then he shall be removed.
In time. You are not ready yet.
You, my queen.
The girl. She still yet lives. But you are no longer bound to her. You may stay if you wish. But you are Geishan. She served her purpose.
I choose to stay.
Very well.
She still needs me.
As you say. And your sleep becomes more peaceful. The memories kind of fade. You're no longer fighting through your sleep. The rest of you, the evening is fitful through stress, worrying about the next day to come, and the travel that is ahead of you. And that's where we're going to call it a night.
Sweet.
Nice job.
Did we make it to morning?
We'll find out next time!
I'll text you my battle prep.
Okay. I was going to close it down about a half hour ago, but there's still a little bit more to do. And I wanted to open it. I wanted to open it up for questions, because you guys seem like, oh my god!
Oh.
Would it have worked for me to wish Barrows healed during that fight?
No.
That's what I thought.
You want to know what the biggest problem was?
Hmm.
And because I'm never going to run this kind of battle again, because it was fun, but if I run it again, it becomes cliche. Your problem was you kept envisioning your nightmare. You kept interacting with it and making it real. It was all in your head.
So everything... if I just stops, then it would have not done anything?
Basically. Wow. Because the thing was, okay, so the trap that was set was to trap someone like you, incapacitate you so that they could recapture you. And when Barrows touched you, it pulled him into your mindscape. So everything that was happening inside your own mind. Barrows took the damage, but you still had the final impression because that was the thing that killed you.
Well, Star would have not been able to get out of that because other than running, she wouldn't have done anything.
Well,
she was just
there was a lot of things that could have been. It could have been damage to death, but you kept focusing on doing damage yourself instead of restraining him or stopping him until Barrows had already gone down.
How close did we get it?
It was about a third health left.
Damn it.
Those things have stupid health.
Yeah, it could have worked. Oh, I could kill it. Damn it.
That's the thing, is that again, Star kept building this nightmare in her mind of this terrible creature, and it kept fighting you. Welcome to a terrible phantasmal force.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That Barrows has full memory of this happening, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And you will probably be plagued with nightmares for quite a while.
Oh, Star definitely will. Forever.
If she starts to remember.
Yeah.
Starts to remember.
I'll shoot you again, it's fine.
Maybe we should leave her scrambled. It'd be better for her. She can always build new memories, but the old ones are kind of...
Well, except she might need some of those memories for later.
Just wait. I'll be able to cast Modify Memory eventually, and enough of that, and I'll be able to go in and manually rearrange things for you. Not that strong yet, though.
All bad memories are just going to be replaced with cake.
Yeah.
Why is this cake killing Barrows?
Shh. It's an ice cream sundae. It's not a sword, it's a giant banana. It's banana split. Pay no attention to the Rakshasa behind the curtain.
Well, I mean, she's at least got to remember, like, Jackal and stuff.
And
I bet Scarlet's gonna wake up at, like, the worst time tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm gonna have Todd try to interact with her.
I'm so mad about that Ioun thing. So
Why?
salty. I love it. But I didn't get to... I wanted to... I'm like, would Seven peek at the end of a book?
Yeah, he totally would.
Absolutely he would.
And Ioun knows that he would. Ioun knows exactly what he would do.
I know. I was like,
Well, the next time you're there, now you're just going to be like, ha! Just beat her to it and be like, got you. And then she's still going to beat you at something, but yeah.
Somehow I don't think Seven will be outspeeding Ioun to any knowledge. But
as soon as he sees a book now, Ioun looks around.
Well,
nothing happens.
Fortunately for Seven, we're heading towards the center of art and culture in the entire region, so there'll be much more information about her there.
See, that'll be interesting if Star doesn't get her memories back, because she won't have the anxiety or fear of there are too many people here. It'll just be like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Starting to get you out of your shell. And right back.
This could have some good consequences.
Yeah, personality might end up different.
By the way, Ro, I promised you 2 herbs, and I have 2 herbs. I would have taken care of them earlier, but we kind of got into some intense moments.
That's okay.
2 gentlemen named Herb are here to see you.
Herb and Herb.
Herb and Herb.
So the first one is true north.
That one only makes you go south.
East.
Makes it so you can't. Makes it so you can't ambi-turn anymore.
When used as a when brewed into a potion, it actually allows the user to have advantage on survival checks used for tracking and navigating the woods. And then you also have Wood Batoni, which, when brewed into a potion, gives psychic resistance.
Oh, that would have been useful.
Yeah, he tells me.
It's like a video game. You only get the thing that would have been useful against the last boss after you beat him.
Oh yeah.
How do you spell Woodieri, Serdieri? God bless you.